Perhaps you are one of those people who think that a black hole is a black hole, big, voracious, invisible, but that's not true. The world of black holes is more varied than you might think, and these objects are without doubt among the most interesting structures in the universe. In purely physical terms, a black hole is an object or a place where the density is so high that neither matter nor light can escape the enormous gravitational pull. Black holes are not actually black, but invisible. Scientists have given this phenomenon this name because our eyes would only be able to see a black hole where they are. Black holes have a gigantic mass which bends space and time to such an extent that a dent is created, which then causes this enormous force of attraction. Matter slides in the direction of the dent, and once it reaches the event horizon, nothing can escape. There are 4 different types of black holes. Supermassive black holes have between 10,000 and several billion solar masses. Medium mass black holes have only around 1,000 solar masses. Both types occur in the center of galaxies, but also sometimes freely in the universe. Stellar black holes are about 10 solar masses smaller. Still, these are the black holes that form after the explosion of a star. And then there are primordial black holes with a mass comparable to that of the Earth's moon, which are truly tiny primordial black holes are so far purely hypothetical objects that may have formed in the earliest moments of the universe, shortly after the Big Bang from density variations in the very early phase of the universe. For physicists, black holes are a real scientific treat fascinatingly. Their existence was predicted theoretically long before they were discovered. Einstein called them completely collapsed objects of great mass, or described them as points of no return. Later terms such as dark stars or black stars were commonly used until the physicist John Wheeler suddenly said black hole in the middle of a presentation at an International Astronomer Congress in 1967. Until their final discovery, they were basically just that theoretical large collapsed objects that appear as points of no return or dark stars in space. It has been known for a long time. At the center of most galaxies is a supermassive black hole. At the center of our galaxy is the black hole Sagittarius A star, which is rather tiny at around 4 million solar masses. The black hole that has now been discovered has 30 billion times the mass of our Sun, making it a real giant. It is already certain that this black hole is one of the largest ever discovered. What sounds even more fantastic is the fact that this dark monster was literally thrown out of its galaxy. Yes, you heard that right. Apparently, galaxies can shoot gigantic monster black holes through space, and that can make you feel a bit uneasy. This almost unbelievable scenario was discovered by a research team at Durham University in the UK. James Nightingale, who led the research, explained in an interview, "This black hole is at the upper limit of how big we think black holes can theoretically get in the first place. So here we are, definitely dealing with one of the largest black holes of all time." And researchers are quite rightly no longer using the term supermassive, but ultramassive. Our Sun has a mass of approximately 1 non-illion 989 octillion kilograms. That's 1,989 with 27 zeros. So this black giant has a mass of approximately 5,967, followed by 40 zeros. Now you surely want to know where this black hole was discovered and whether it can just happen to fly by. Fortunately, it was discovered at a sufficient distance in the galaxy cluster Abell 1201, which is around 2.7 billion light-years away from Earth. Although this object is so huge, it took a trick to discover it at all. Black holes are known to be invisible and only become visible when they are swallowing up matter. But the black giant seems to be inactive at the moment. There is no matter near its gigantic area, and then nothing lights up. Nightingale and his team discovered the black hole with the help of a gravitational lens. Space-time is distorted by the enormous weight of the giants in such a way that a magnifying glass-like bulge is created. This reveals the black hole and much more exciting data about these mysterious objects. In the equations of scientists, black holes appeared as objects that severely bend space, stretch time to infinity, and suspend the conventional laws of physics in their interior. What happens inside black holes is actually so bizarre that it goes beyond our imagination. Black holes are the epitome of the superlative of the almost incomprehensible. Inside them, the density is concentrated at a single point at which all known physical forces increase to infinity. The singularity is capable of breaking down large quantities of matter into its constituent parts. The decomposition process already begins in the vicinity of the giant. All matter, even huge stars, is stretched out like spaghetti. We do not know exactly what happens to the matter inside. The only certainty is that it no longer comes out. Presumably only the pure information remains. And yet black holes increase in weight with every meal. This allows us to conclude that the meals must somehow be stored inside the giants. Did you know that Einstein did not actually believe in black holes? Even though he predicted and calculated them completely correctly, it was not until the late 1960s that more and more astronomical evidence of their true existence was found. We have basically only had clarity. Since the 2000s, in 1964, researchers used a brand new radio telescope to find a strong source of radiation in the constellation of Swan. More detailed investigations showed that this object could be a black hole. This first real discovery of a black hole became known as Cygnus X1. In the 1970s, the Uhuru satellite mission confirmed the researchers' suspicions. Cygnus X1 is even part of a binary system and has a massive blue supergiant companion star. Let's tell you, how do we get information from inside a black hole? A black hole has no surface like a star or a planet. These objects are a bit like drains in a sink. Just imagine your sink drains getting bigger and bigger as more and more plops in. We can only see as far as an immaterial boundary that spherically surrounds the hole, but we cannot see beyond this event horizon, and we could never take measurements there because everything that comes close to the black holes is immediately broken down into its components. So friends, what do you think about this? Write down your views in the comments section. If you like the video, then like and share it with your friends and space enthusiasts. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get interesting videos.